Hello all, welcome to my channel All Set Ready CP. So today we are going to see all about brake pad change for all the cars that comes equipped with disc brake at the front. And this procedure, as I mentioned, it's common for all the cars. And here in this demo we are going to see on Ford Figo Aspire because that's the car we have. So for this, first what we have to do is we have to remove the wheel nut. We have to remove the car tire. So to remove the car tire, we have to remove the wheel nuts first. And in this car, we are facing some issue with the wheel nut. I have posted a separate video on what is the issue, what is the resolution on everything. Link is in the description. So just to summarize, our car comes equipped with 19 mm nut, but it got expanded somehow. I'm not sure how it's getting expanded. I have seen many Ford owners facing the same issue, and I have proper solution for the same, which you can see in the description. So since it got expanded, so the company size is 19 mm, but if I try to put 20 mm, it is not fitting in the socket. But 19 mm, I have to use some hammer or something. I have to push the socket somehow, and then only I am able to loosen the nuts. So it's always good to loosen the nut first, and then use your jack, lift the car, and then completely remove the nuts and the tire. That's how you have to do. So let me show you the jack position, how to place in this car. So if you see here, there will be two dots on the left and the right. So place a jack in between the two jacks so that the chase has a complete capacity to handle this whole weight. And as mentioned, Ford has the 19 mm socket type even to rotate the jack. That's the uniqueness of Ford. So you have to use the same jack that used to remove the wheel nut. So now I removed the wheel, and if you see, here is the rotor and here is the brake pad. So to remove the brake pad, I have to remove this nut alone. So we are not going to remove the whole caliper, we are just going to remove the nut and change the brake pad. So to remove that, I need a 12 mm socket or a spanner, either thing, okay, whichever you have. So I have a socket, so I'm using socket. If you have spanner, you can use a spanner. So it's 12 mm. I'm using my ratchet, and this is on front left side. Okay, so the thing is, you have to push up. So many people gets confused what we have to do to loosen, either to push down or pull up. So here you have to pull up the opposite direction. So it got loosened. Now I'm removing the net. Please note, it's very simple. Anyone can change by yourself for your car. You can nearly save around 1200 1500 on the labor charge very easily. So just lift this. So it's not going to come outside completely, it's just going to get lifted. And this is the brake pad. Just remove slowly, because it just sits on two clips at the bottom and the top. That's it. Very easy to remove. A normal pull with a normal pressure is more than enough, but please remove slowly. That's it, it came out. Let me show you how the brake pad is. If you see, it's completely gone, it's completely worn out. Okay, now let's remove on the other side. The same procedure, remove very slowly. I believe this has some life, but also it's also gone. Uneven wear is there. So this is our rotor. So we are going to clean this rotor first. For that, I have bought a separate liquid, which is nothing but Worth brake cleaner. We have to just spray this. What happens is, it will degrease the complete rotor. So degrease any sand, mud, grease, oil, whatever got stuck in the rotor, right? Everything will be removed. So many may ask, like, why don't we use WD-40 instead of this? WD-40 will leave some residue, and it will also take some time to get evaporated. But this one is particularly made for brake cleaning, right? So instantly this will get evaporated. It will never leave any residue in the rotor, because if there is some oily content or something in this cleaner, right, this will obviously impact your braking performance. That's the reason you have to always use dedicated brake cleaner. So the one which I am using is Worth brake cleaner. The main advantage of doing the service by yourself is you can clean as you wish. That's the thing. See, I can clean the other side of the rotor too with my brake cleaner. Since we are doing ourselves, we can take more care for our car. Instead of spending in labor cost, we can spend in some this kind of products and make your service much more better. Now take a good cloth and wipe it off completely. Even if you see there is no trace of any liquid, all the dirt has fallen down and the rotor is completely like new. So I'm cleaning on the other side too. Okay, now check the difference between old and new brake pad. So old is completely worn out. If you see the level, see there, that's the level. So in left side, the old it has no brake shoe left, brake pad left, and right side see the thickness of the brake pad, how much it should be actually. After that, it is completely steel. So only till the thickness level you have to use. If the steel touches rotor, the rotor will be completely gone, and you have to spend lot more. That's the reason it's always good to replace the brake pad before it's completely worn. And the optimal kilometer to change the brake pad is around 35,000 kilometers, 30 to 35,000 kilometers. Don't drive more than that. Even if the brake pad is left over, it's better to change. Don't cross the limit of 35,000. So the rotor is rotating very freely. Now we will put the new brake pads in its position. Before that, we have the cylinder, right? So this one we have to pull inside. Only then this will get closed. That's very simple. Use some rod like this and keep on giving pressure. It will move slowly inside. But this is the only thing that will take some time in the whole process. There are separate tools available for this, but I don't have. Okay, now let's insert the brake pad. Inserting is very simple. Just place on the lower and the top clip and slowly press. That's it. Very simple to insert a brake pad. That's it. It got sat in its position. Now we will put the next side the same way. That's it. It got placed in its position. Now if I try to close this, right, it is not getting closed. That's because of that cylinder. So what I have to do, I have to again press the cylinder back to its position by using the same extension rod. So there are tools available for pressing this, but since we are doing it for our home purpose, it is not necessary to purchase those things. We can use this rod and push inside. It will move very slowly. So there is no sandpaper or doing nothing. Since we are using direct OEM parts and we are cleaned, it's very simple, straightforward. Just replace the brake pad and close this. That's it. Even if you are trying to clean the brake pad, the same thing. You have to remove the brake pads, use your brake cleaner liquid, and place it back in its position and close it. The same procedure. So whatever you do, either brake pad change or brake pad clean, anything can be done by yourself. The only challenging part is this one. But even this comes with experience. If you try to change 2 or 3 times right, you can easily do that. Now it got closed. That's it. So now what I'm going to do is the reverse procedure. I have to put the nut that I have removed, the 12 mm nut, right? So same nut I have to put it back. Okay, the caliper got seated in its position. Now let me take the nut. Now to tighten this, we have to move this side direction. So with our socket, we have to push down. So this is for front left side. So for front right also, I'll post a separate video so that in case if something got missed in this video, you can watch and get cleared with that video. So the maximum tight is very simple. It won't go beyond that point. I'm just showing you, even if I use a hammer, it won't get tightened beyond that point. So there is nothing to worry, because people fear, since you are dealing with brake pad or brake, that's the core component of the car. Is it safe to change by yourself? It's absolutely safe. There's nothing to fear. Anyone who does this will do it properly for sure. So with this, our process is done. The next thing is we have to place the wheel back in its position. Okay, so I believe I'm not able to put the wheel back in its position. I have to lift the car some more a little. Since the jack uses the same 19 mm socket, right, so I can use my socket wrench easily. So that's easy to lift my car. Yeah, so now I'm able to place it in its position. I'm using my nuts back. There is some issue with the nuts, right? So which I posted separate video. You can have a look. Link is in the description. This is the nut issue. It will keep on dancing at the top. The top cap will be dancing. Make some hand tight. And then we can remove the jack. After removing the jack, we have to tighten the wheel nut with the proper spanners. That's it. The jack came out. And then what you have to do is we have to tighten the wheel nut, right? So wheel nut you have to tighten with the proper spanners. And to tighten this, always follow the rule. So nut position will be like 1, 2, 3, 4. But while tightening the nut, it should be like 1, 3, 2, 4. So the opposite diagonal nut should be tightened first. So that's it. With this, we have completed the whole process of removing the wheel, changing the brake pad, cleaning the rotor, and again placing the wheel back in its position. So with this, we'll close this video. Thank you all for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe. And as mentioned, I'll post a video on the right side brake pad change also for your reference. Thank you all.